Let's go outside now and check on our rain gauge that we set out yesterday. So you'll be able to look down in your jar, and it should be pretty easy to tell if you left your ruler in there exactly how many inches of rain we got yesterday. So mine's a little bit blurry because there's raindrops on the outside. So let's clear it off a little bit. Oh, it's inside. Okay. So let's look for the 1, and I can see my 1. The rain's not quite up to 1 inch, but it's definitely right there hovering at the 1/2 inch mark. So go outside and study your ruler, find the 1 inch mark, stick it back down in your jar. All right, so 1 inch is there. Stick it down in my jar in the rainwater. And I can see that yesterday we got about 1/2 inch of rain. Okay, so when we go back inside for calendar, we are going to record that piece of information on a piece of paper. So what I'm going to do right now is, so this rainfall water was from yesterday. I'm going to water my plants with it. I'll stick it back out here and put my ruler back in. If there's any rainfall today, I'm going to record that tomorrow morning. If there's any rainfall tomorrow, I'm going to record that on Sunday morning. And if there's any rain on Sunday, we will record that together on Monday morning. Okay, so I'll see you in a few minutes for calendar. So when you come back inside from checking your rain gauge, find a piece of paper and you can make a title. Mine is rainfall. And for the next 4 days, let's track the rain. So today is April 24th, 4/24. And we recorded 1/2 of an inch. Okay. So tomorrow will be the 25th. Sunday will be the 26th. And then Monday, when we come back together again, it will be the 27th. So record the rain over the weekend so that we can graph it next week. Today, the weather window, I need to mark a tally mark for the cloudy day today. It is greater than 40 degrees. I think it's about 52 outside. So look here, we have already have 4 tally marks. 1, 2, 3, 4. So remember, when we get to 5, we do a slash, a diagonal slash through the 4 tally marks to make a little bundle. So far, the days that we have counted that the temperature has been greater than 40, here's a bundle of 5, and here is a bundle of 5. What is 5 plus 5? 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So bundling these things with the tally marks makes counting a little bit faster. We call that skip counting by 5s. 5, 10. Super fast. Okay, don't forget to track the weather this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, so that we will have accurate graphs when we start graphing on Monday. Good morning, everybody. It's do calendar really fast. We have a lot to do today. We have a science experiment, we have rain gauge checkup, we have our weather window checkup, and we have sight words to do. So today is the last day of the week. It's April the 24th. Tomorrow is Saturday. It's a weekend, so we will not have a lesson tomorrow. The day after tomorrow is Sunday, the 26th. We will not have a lesson then, but don't forget to keep up with your weather window and your rain gauge. So according to this calendar, next week is the last week of this month of April. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more days in the month of April before we get to the first day of next month, which is a really special day. It's called May Day, and we'll be doing some fun things for May Day next week. So let's do sight words. Now yesterday I realized as soon as I finished the lesson that I forgot to write the new sight word with you guys in the sand tray. So I'm sure that if you had been here with me, you would have said, Miss Emily, wait! You forgot to write the word. And I did, and I apologize for that. So I'll try hard not to forget today. So let's go over the words that we have done so far. When, W-H-E-N. That was awful. Didn't leave enough room and I wrote too big. So let's start this again. This is what happens when you get in a hurry. When you rush through things like I just did, you don't do a good job. So it's important to take a deep breath when you feel like you're rushed. And slow down so you'll do a good job. Right, so let's write the word when. Okay. W-H-E-N. When. I think I'm excited to do our science experiment, so I'm feeling rushed. Okay. What? W-H-A-T. What? What? Who? W-H-O. Who? Why? W-H-Y. Says why. So if you'll notice, if you're just joining us today, all of our sight words this week have started with the letter W. So this is the week of the W. This is the last day of the week, so this is our last W word we're going to do for a little while. And this word is where. W-H-E-R-E. Where. W-H-E-R-E. Where. W-H-E-R-E. Where. Where is the closest playground? Where did you get those bright pink shoes? Where? Where is my backpack? This is different than the other word, where. It's spelled differently, okay? This where is when you're asking where something is. But the other word, Wear, what would you like to wear today? That's a completely different word. It's kind of funny the way words work like that. All right, so take a minute to add the word wear to your sight word book or sight word list, and think of a sentence using the word wear right now. Wear. And now, let's see, where is my book about tornadoes? I have a feeling everybody was kind of excited about today's experiment, and I'm crossing my fingers that it will work better than our lightning in a jar experiment. So let's read a little bit about tornadoes before we do our experiment. Tornadoes are violent, whirling winds. They are sometimes called twisters. A tornado is like a giant vacuum cleaner. What do you know about vacuum cleaners? What do they do? Yep, it sucks things up from the ground. It sucks things up. So Oscar, think a few minutes. Think about, if your question was, how do tornadoes pick up houses? Think about an enormous, gigantic vacuum cleaner that sucks up everything it comes in contact with. All right, this page talks about how tornadoes form. And it's a good thing we've been kind of learning a little bit about clouds, because the first thing that happens is that the air inside a thundercloud slowly begins to spin around and around and around. So we already learned that the air in a thundercloud or in clouds are already going up and down, right? With the cold and the warm wind or air. So when tornadoes are forming, that air starts to go in circles, around and around. The air spins faster and faster, and then that big thundercloud starts to change shape. Warm air from down here on the ground is sucked up into the cloud. And as that air is sucked up, it starts to create this funnel shape. The cloud touches the ground, and as it moves, it destroys everything in its path. Tornadoes are so dangerous. So it is very, very important that your family has a plan. If there's ever a tornado, that you know where to go to stay safe. This down here, this is funny. Actually, it's probably not too funny, but it says, tornadoes can sometimes suck fish and frogs out of ponds. Yikes, that must be very scary for them. But that just goes to show you how powerful tornadoes can be. Now here is a funny weather fact. I think it was in this book. There was a story, I think it's in this other book. There is a story about a tornado that happened. And it sucked up like all the water out of this lake, and it dumped it on another town over. And so that town got a whole lake and everything that was in it dumped on them. I cannot believe I cannot find that. I can't find it. I'm going to push pause for a minute because I really want to find that. Well, okay, we're back. Here it is. A number of years ago in France, a tornado crossed a pond and sucked up everything in the pond. At the place where the tornado stopped, the people had a surprise rainfall of fish and frogs. Can you imagine what that would be like to see fish and frogs falling from the sky? Okay, we can read the rest of those weather facts next week maybe, but let's get our experiment ready. So for this experiment, you are going to need dish soap, a jar with water pretty close to the top, a lid, and vinegar. I have a tablespoon, but you could probably just pour any amount in here, or if you want to be safe, use a tablespoon. I have food coloring, but my dish soap is already blue, so I'm not going to use this. But if you have clear dish soap, then you might want to use food coloring so you can see the funnel. If you don't have food coloring, you could also put something like glitter in your jar. So I'm even going to put a little bit of glitter in mine. And see if the glitter will get caught in the funnel, in the big vacuum cleaner that is a funnel cloud. All right. So let's give it a shot. We need to start whirling it around and around in circles, like the book said the air does in the cloud. And there it is. Can you see the funnel? That's cool. Let's do it again. Wow, I can really see it at the top. That is pretty cool. All right, there you have it, boys and girls. A tornado in a jar. Have a great weekend.